and welcome back to our podcast Wasted, where we talk about everything tech, e-waste, and how to make smarter choices with your gadgets.
I'm Yas, and I'm an iPhone owner, which has a battery that probably deteriorates soon. Just want to put that in there.
And I'm Courtney, where my phone's basically like me, because by 3 p.m, I'm completely drained.
No, it's true. Having a crash. Basically, today's episode is... Well, it follows on from last week. So smartphone versus planet. So yeah, if you haven't watched that, then definitely go have a watch. Let us know what you think. Comment below. But today we're going to dive in to probably a topic that is quite popular and irritates a lot of us. Well, it definitely irritates me. And is a big mystery. Like, why does our phone batteries deteriorate so fast?
Well, I mean, you know the drill. We use our phones all day, especially like certain jobs, you know, social media jobs that you use your phone video in, which drains a lot of battery in my case. And I mean, even if like you use it on weekends and stuff, you're using it for what? Sat navs, Bluetooth speakers. You use your phone for basically everything. And again, in my case, scrolling through TikTok, my phone could literally be on 100%. I'll scroll on TikTok for like half an hour. It's like 43%. It's so ridiculous. And probably no fault of my own, because I wasted the battery for however long I've been having it.
Yeah. It's so easy. Everything's on our phones. Like, and that's the thing. When that happens, like if you're sat there and you're like, oh, I was on 80%, now I'm on like 15%, you would start to think like, I need to upgrade my phone now. Like my battery's rubbish. When in fact, you don't need to get rid of it. You can just get a battery replacement instead of buying a whole new phone. It's like
such a big misconception, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's like with a car. If you had a flat tyre, I'm not going to be like, right, that's it.
Need a new car.
This car. Need a brand new one. Like, the logic is not, making sense.
The logic is not logicking.
Exactly.
But that is so true, because genuinely, in the past, once my battery's packed up, I would get a new phone.
Yeah.
But also, remember like the Blackberries?
Oh, yeah, but you could just charge that.
You could also charge it, but you could also like use someone else's battery.
Yeah, can I just borrow your battery?
Oh my God, my phone's about to die. I need to text my mum that I'm not going to be in it this time.
So
Can I use your battery real quick?
That needs to come back. Obviously, they'd overheat a lot.
Oh, yeah.
But lifesaver.
Bring back the Blackberry.
Exactly.
So, Yas,
yes.
I feel like we need to give a bit of battery science. Do you want to start us off?
All right, I'll try my best. So inside a smartphone, like a modern smartphone, every phone has a lithium ion battery. So basically, they're just tiny rechargeable energy packs made of chemicals. And if you think of it as, these ions doing a little dance inside the battery, they have their dance routines, which keeps it alive, that keeps your phone alive. I hope that analogy makes sense.
Yeah, so basically it's like a cycle. So it goes through like a charging cycle. So to make it simple, you have one side is positive, one side's negative. So your phone's on 100% in the positive side, and then as soon as you're using it, your battery will then go over to the negative side, and that's when it will go down to 20%, and then you put on your low battery power mode, and then as soon as you plug it into charge, it then goes back into the positive. So it's like a constant repetition, and then over time
it gets sloppy.
It gets slower. It's like having an old laptop. So the more you use it and the more that you don't like update it, etc., it'll go slow and, be wasted.
Yeah, and like your phone won't in these batteries. So over time, it will deteriorate.
And like technically, your battery is working. It's just working slower.
Yeah.
It takes more energy. So, it's like me in the morning before my coffee.
Yeah.
Like I have zero energy. I'm like into the office. I'm like, oh, and as soon as I have my coffee, I'm like, yes, let's get through the rest of the day. It's perfect. Everything's great. I'm so happy. And then again, the cycle repeats. As soon as that caffeine starts to wear off, I'll start to lose my spark.
I love that.
I'm basically a phone battery at this point.
Yeah. So on average, most phone batteries have about 500 charging cycles. I know iPhone, the newest one, has about 1,000 now, which is, double. That's really good. So 500 is roughly about 1.5 to 2 years. So that it will last, so you can keep your phone for a couple of years, which is a long time. Obviously, most people don't do that.
And before you ask, because I know you're all thinking it, this doesn't mean you need to overcharge your battery. So, like charging it overnight.
Like you'd think, oh yeah, I need to make sure it's got the juice and it's not going to die overnight, but it's actually worse for you.
You also think like being plugged in all the time makes it not degrade.
Yeah.
But I think that's worse.
It
You know,
is.
like when you charge it over morning, but it's not actually 100% and it's maybe 80%. So you'll get on your train or you'll get in your car and you'll immediately put that charger back in because you're like, oh, it needs to charge now because it is not
gonna
100%.
last. Yeah.
But that's actually not the case.
Yeah, treat your phone battery like your social battery. Don't do too many extremes, you know what I mean? Don't go to some big event where there's loads of drama and then don't do nothing.
We should give you some tips on how to save or, you know, stop your battery degrading as fast as it usually does. And I think this will help out a lot of people, ourselves included.
Yeah.
And I think the first one, as I just said before, obviously don't keep it plugged in forever. So the lithium ion batteries, they're quite happy with saying between 20 to 30% to 80%. So, you know, like when I got my sister the iPad for Christmas, the first thing I told her was, don't let it get below 20 or 30 and charge it only to 80%. And then you'll see the difference. And so far, so good. She hasn't complained about her battery like dying or having to charge it overnight because I won't let her. But
Or
I
even
think,
when you're using it, isn't it? Like, don't have it on charge.
yeah,
Like,
don't use it and it be on charge because that's probably, oh my God, yeah, it'll overheat.
Yeah.
So you can turn on adaptive charging in your settings, which I definitely recommend turning that on because say if you are wanting to charge your phone overnight, you know, some people do panic and say they've got a long commute and they don't have like a charger or anywhere to charge their phone, they'll start to panic and you need your phone for like, you're going to a concert or whatever. If you turn on that adaptive charging, like you could put your phone on overnight, but when it gets to like 80%, say, your phone will automatically stop charging. So whether it's still plugged in, it won't charge anymore, which is really good. So definitely, mine's already turned on now.
Yeah, mine's on because it's good like if you're doing a long journey. and
Absolutely.
stuff.
Yeah.
You don't have time to charge it in the morning or
Yeah.
if you're going on a flight. Moving on from that, with most phones now you can do fast charging. I feel like on the specs, like that's always like one of the top things.
Yeah.
Like, it can, you know, do fast charging, which is good. But if you think of it like, I don't know, chugging an energy drink down in the moment, like you said, when you have your caffeine rush in the morning, it's like, oh, I'm so good, I'm bouncing around for like a couple hours, but then eventually it's going to crash, like you're going to crash. That's the same with your battery. So when you can, just use slow charging, and in, you know, the rarest of moments when you do need a quick boost, then use fast charging, because that is one thing that can also really just mess up your battery, and you don't want that.
No, absolutely not. Another thing is don't let your phone overheat. And again, that's with the charging at the same time as using it. Just leave your phone to charge for one. And again, because it's coming close to summer,
Yes.
you use your phone a lot more for, you know, videoing outside and you're guilty of like leaving your phone in the sun. Like if you're at a pub garden and you're on the bench and then you're just like, oh, just put my phone there, like keep it out of the sun, put it in your bag, put it into some shade, put it like underneath your jacket or something like that.
Yeah.
And I know like with my old car, as I was saying to you earlier, I had to have my phone on a stand on the windscreen. So my phone would be directly in the sun whilst I'm driving. And because I didn't have like Bluetooth or whatever charging, the connector would have to be in as well. So can you imagine? Sun's beaming on it, my phone's charging, it's then using the sat nav, like that is overheating.
Overkill.
And sometimes like your phone will tell you if you're overheating. It'll be like, right,
iPhone does,
the
yeah,
phone
doesn't
needs
it?
to calm down.
Yeah,
The phone needs
calm
to
down.
the phone needs to cool down now. And I think again that's a really good thing.
Yeah.
But just keep it out of the sun, keep it away from getting overheated. And
Next little tip is if you do feel like your battery is a lost cause, don't panic. Don't go and buy a brand new phone. You can get replaced. I know as an iPhone owner, you can contact Apple, book in an appointment, and they can replace your battery for you.
probably don't get it done secondary. 'Cause
Yeah.
you never know, by like a dodgy shop down the town.
Yeah, don't do that.
You never
Because if
know.
you want to trade in, I think Apple can tell if you've got like
Yes, they
dodgy
can.
parts or
Yeah.
whatever, so don't risk it. And it doesn't cost an arm and a leg either. I think it's around £60 to £80. Like, still a lot, but considering over £1,000 for a brand new phone, even like a refurbished one, is still going to be,
It's so worth it.
yeah, just get a new battery.
Weigh up the pros and cons.
Yeah.
One that I actually recently found out, like I genuinely didn't know this,
What?
and I'm glad I do now. If you're storing your old phone, which you shouldn't, you
don't
should be
do that.
recycling it. Don't let it get to like 5% and then turn it off. Make sure it's at 50. So make sure it has at least some battery or like some juice in it to like, you know, keep going, because if you turn it off at like 3%, 5% or whatever, your battery can expand, and that's irreversible. Like, you can't ever fix that. So you turn it on and then it is done for, basically. So again, one of the reasons is you probably should never let your phone get to 5% before. But if obviously it's an older phone and you've just watched this podcast or whatever, if you're going to store it, don't let it go below 50 at all. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's the last thing you think about, isn't it?
Exactly.
Like,
You're just
I'm
like,
just going to charge the phone that I'm not going to use.
As we've said in like a previous podcast of what's inside your phone and why it matters, when we bin a phone, you don't realise that all those raw materials inside are contributing to e-waste. And they're getting wasted. Rare being the key word here, because, you know, the documentary that we saw, like, it's very rare to find these materials, and once they're out, they're out. So that stuff obviously ends up in landfills and contributes to e-waste, which is a bad thing because it pollutes the air.
Yeah, so even if like we all collectively, you know, just make sure that we, I don't know, keep our phones for an extra year or half a year, that alone will slash carbon emissions and obviously make a big impact.
Yeah.
So wherever we can do it, it's not hard. Like, what we've had our phones for a few years in the past, it's doable. So yeah, just at least try to do that.
So I think the moral of the story is, if your battery's acting up and not doing what you want it to do, don't then just think, oh my God, that's it now, I need to get a new phone. Just swap it out. Swap it out and don't let it get wasted.
Yeah, change your habits.
Yes.
And don't ghost your phone either. Like, just trade it in. Like we were talking about, if you're going to, if you are storing your phone, or if you have in the past, one, don't do it. And two, like, trade it in, get some money for it, recycle it. Like, every little helps.
Hope you enjoyed that episode of Wasted and you're all charged up with the knowledge.
Yeah, and if you've learnt something new, let us know. Or if you have, I don't know, a phone or tech or a story or just a funny story, we want to know.
We need to know, because we've got a few up our sleeve, but we need to know more.
Don't we?
So until next time, where we talk about your horror phone stories,
don't let your old tech get wasted.
Bye.